be praying they don't play that song before I do coffee and conversation. It'd be so hard to focus when that song is on. Well, you get a minute. Go to that YouTube. Oh no, happy Saturday. When you get a minute, go to that YouTube channel, Shakenya. Hit subscribe. Look at some of the videos. And if you see something you like, just hit share. Good morning. Yeah, it only take a minute. Just hit share. So guys, it's going to be a long one today. But I swear I'm going to try to stay as focused as possible. I wrote detailed notes today. Because y'all know I don't know come on a Saturday. So if I'm going to waste your time on a Saturday, I'm at least try to hit all the core points that I'm trying to hit for coffee and conversation. And today on Coffee and Conversation with your girl, Shakenya. Did I tell you when you get a minute, go to that YouTube channel, Shakenya, and hit subscribe? Did I say that? Because I'm not sure if I did. But go to that YouTube channel, hit subscribe. If you see something you like, just hit share. I did say it. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't do it on purpose. I'm telling you I didn't. But since I said it twice, since you heard it twice, hopefully you won't have a problem doing it today. Yeah, I got 2 new subscribers yesterday. I be so happy when my little numbers go up. I know it's not a lot, but it's a lot. Because those are 2 strangers that don't even know me. There's probably people that know me that don't even subscribe to my channel. I know, ain't that terrible? Ain't that terrible? Our people is horrible. Yes, today, support a friend today. Support a friend or support a family member. And it's okay if you support them. That don't mean that you jocking them, you riding them, you do this. No, if you got a family member or a friend that's doing some extraordinary stuff, you're supposed to push them up there like that. You know what I'm saying? Because when they get up there, the object is for it to trickle down to you once they get there. Yeah, so you're supposed to push them up. You're not supposed to hate on them and push them down and support. Yeah, you're doing some stuff. Your friend doing some stuff. Your cousin. Elevate them today. Yeah, put them on. Everybody that know me and that I know that has a business should at least came on Motor City Radio at least one time by now. And I'm sorry to call you out. I'm sorry to call you out. But if you have a business and you know me, I've been on the radio for maybe 9.5 years now. Yeah. My whole mission is to promote Black-owned businesses and uplift our people. So for 9.5 years, if you know me, you related to me, and if you have a business, you should have come on my show at least once. You should have shared at least one of them. That's a low ball. Radio for 9 years and you should have shared at least one. If you know me and you know somebody that got a business, you should have referred them to my show at least one time. And that's not mean I'm all this and I'm all that and this and that, but if I have a platform and you know me and you see what I'm trying to do, you're supposed to. I hear a lot of people say they're not obligated, and I get that. You're not. But damn. If you love and care for somebody, support should be right along in there on that same line in my eyes. That's just me. So y'all, today is long. I'm going to try to stick to the point. I don't want to get too far into the syllabus because that's an unfair advantage for people. I ain't going to do that to you. So we're going to stay in the little pocket that we in. Hey, Sherlock, how you doing, boo? So I'm going to backtrack a little bit. No, I'm not going to bring my words back or just say something that I said I didn't mean to say. No, I mean everything I say when I come on here, okay? But we're going to backtrack because a couple days ago, we talked about a few things. Let me see where we at. Yep, I wrote notes. What's today? I even put the dates on them sometimes now. Yeah, because I'm going to end up writing a book. I'm going to end up writing a co-parenting book. Would you buy it? Hey, Angela, how you doing? Beautiful. Yeah, if I wrote a co-parenting book, would you buy it? Yeah, because everything that I put in these books, that's what it's going to end up being. So, we're going to backtrack. On our boards, remember we pulled our boards out and we're working on our questions, our who, what, when, why, and where, and why would somebody manipulate your baby and turn your baby against you. We done eliminated your family. So you know it's your baby mama people or your baby daddy people. I don't mean to laugh, but it's them ignorant people, yeah, that's doing this, turning your baby against you. That's why your baby don't act right. You got to reprogram them every time they come home after the weekend. That's why, because they using all these manipulation techniques to make your life a living hell, because that's the only way they can get back at you. You done closed the door, you done moved on, you done found closure, and you looking good. Yeah, because some people, majority of the people that I've met that uses kids against the other parent, they don't age well. They don't. And I don't know if it be because of all that misery and the stress and the hostility that they have against you. Hey, Terry, I don't know if that's what it is, but their health is always poor. They always look like they unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? So chances are it's eating them up inside. So the only way they can touch you is using that baby as a pawn in their little game. Yeah, they do this, do that. They use that baby. They put all that anger and hurt and stuff on the baby's shoulder. So yeah, so we talked about it. So I went back on my board, and one of my why questions was, why was it so hard for her to leave me and turn her back on me and my family? Why was it so easy? That just lets you know how much abuse was used, because it shouldn't have been. And so I named a list of things that I do as just being a mom. I named a list of them the other day. So with that list, I told you that children, they have a point system. They got an invisible point system. They keep points of all the stuff that you do. They keep points of who you are as a parent. They even keep points of the times you disappoint them. Yeah, they keep points. So in my situation, I should have had racked up like a lot of points. I should have racked up a lot of points. So mention the point system, how you rack them up, who you are. I mentioned that. I'm trying to stay on task, guys. Yeah, because when I read off the list yesterday, I know some of y'all looked at, y'all heard me, y'all was like, shit, I don't even do that. I know. I'm a mama, I'm a good mama. I do this, and that, but I don't do that. Yeah, that don't make you a good mama or a bad mama just because of the things that I do. Please don't rate yourself on that. Although the things that I did mention to you were just fundamentals and the basics of parenting. Yeah, so if you're not covering most of that, yeah, you might not have a lot of points. You might not have as many points as I have. But just off the point system, the fact that I know you was like, some stuff you didn't do. I'm going to name off a couple things that you probably heard me say and you probably don't do. You probably don't attend events and stuff. Yeah, you probably don't attend events. And it's not to say that you don't want to as a parent, you know. It's a small portion of you that don't want to. It's a small portion of you that do. And it's a small portion of you that can't go because of work or school or other obligations. You just can't go. But that's one thing that you probably said yesterday you don't do, and that's attend events, sports events, award ceremonies. Yeah, you probably don't attend more than you do. Yeah. Some of y'all don't cook every day. Some of y'all do. Some of y'all can't because y'all work. Yeah. Some of y'all don't cook every day because you lazy. Some of y'all do cook. And some of y'all can't because you work, I guess. You know, at least that's your excuse that you use. Because I worked and went to school. And it is no excuse. It's so many things that you can do to still be able to prepare your children a healthy meal. Versus giving them all that processed food. And spending a lot of money on the processed food. Yep. I used to do meal prep. You know, some days I make something like spaghetti or chili. That's going to last about 2 or 3 days. Those 2 or 3 days that I don't have to cook, I'm a meal prep for the days coming. Yeah, so you might have to cook 2 meals in a day sometimes. Just to make sure that you have food throughout the week. So that you ain't spending money on that processed food. And you're giving your children a healthy meal. So yeah, you might use that as an excuse that you work. And I'm going to let you slide with that. Yep, and another thing, some of y'all ain't real creative. So the little stuff I was doing as far as decorating their room, because yeah, I'm very, and everybody not like that. So I'm not saying that you're a bad parent because you don't. But the fact that I had the ability to create illusions, the fact that I have the ability to teach my children how to be creative and how to think and use their imagination. Decorating that room and turning my baby's room into a rainforest, that was beautiful. That's something that should have earned me a couple points. I should have got about 20 points for that. Yep. And then the decorating of her locker and her sister's lockers. One of them had a chandelier in their locker. One of them had a karaoke machine in their locker with lights and pictures and the bells and whistles. Yeah, that should have earned me about 25 points in the point category if the child was keeping points and if this was a competition between mom and dad. There's no way I should have lost. And I'm not going to let it go. And that's probably why I come on here every morning and tell my story. I'm not going to let that go because I don't just lose. What? Do I look like a loser to you? You follow me every day. You look at my lives. You see what I do. You see how I transform. You see how I get shit done. You think I'm a loser? What? And I fight for what's mine. So if I had known that I was in a competition or if I was in a fight with her dad, you think he would have won? I would have stopped her from going over there. It wouldn't have been nothing else needed to be said. Take me to court. If I would have known it was all that monkey business and shit going on, I would have stopped her from going over there. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you about my child because I had too much on the line. Yeah, you got to keep in mind I had my children involved in everything. That was my whole livelihood. That was generational wealth. That was making us rich. Everything that I'm doing right now, and the fact that I got to do it solo now because of that, shit. You think I would have I would have went down with a fight. Yeah, as I say, you got to play fair or y'all got to fight fair. But y'all both got to be doing the same thing. I know. So yeah, those 3 things that I know you probably was like, I don't even do that. So some of y'all did do just that. So y'all probably feel me. Yeah, some of y'all do that. All the stuff that I named yesterday. Yeah, so let me see. Some of that should have been acknowledged. All of it should have been acknowledged. Not only by him, his mother, his sister, and the baby. All of them should have acknowledged all that stuff that I did. Yeah. But you know what happens? The manipulation tip, remember when I told you, and they be like, they don't give you credit for nothing. They don't acknowledge anything that you do. And then everything that you do, they always say it's nothing. I believe that's probably what happened. Yeah. Even though that child looks around and they see everybody doing the same thing I was doing, I am eliminated and I am isolated from that pack and stand alone to where even though I'm doing the same thing that she witnesses people do every day, what I do is nothing because somebody said it was nothing. Somebody had to tell her that what I do is nothing. They say stuff like, oh, that's nothing. Period. She don't do nothing. That's nothing that she do. People say that loosely, but you say that loosely around your children enough times and around others, they believe that. So you got people walking around believing that I do nothing. And I named off all the stuff that could have got me some award-winning points. Yeah. So I'm trying to stay on task. Once out, Rosemary, when you and the kid. Now look at care of the brothers and the... Okay, so now, the other day I gave you a list of all the stuff that I did as a parent. That should have racked me up some points. So now, I'm about to give you a couple things about my character. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it. About my character. As a woman, as a person. That should have racked me up some points. Yeah. In the eyes of everybody that's involved. Everybody that's involved with that baby that know her mama. Everybody involved should be aware. Yeah, of my character. Yeah, let's start off with got custody of my little brothers when my mom died. My mom died in 93. I say around 95. I went and got custody of my little brothers. 2 of them, 2 out of 3. Yeah, they was like 5 and 7. I was in my early 20s. And I raised them as if they were my own children. That speaks volumes. Yeah. And I'm not saying that I'm special or anything, but I've worked in a foster care agency, and it's so many of our children of color that are in foster care. And for the life of me, I can't imagine any family members, why they didn't step up, why they didn't step in, why they didn't intervene and get custody of those children. They had no family. They had nobody to go to. So yeah, that speaks volumes for me. To be able to know that by me being my mama's oldest child, that that's what I was supposed to do. Yeah. But let me tell you something I did that I didn't have to do. When we separated and filed for divorce, his dad was living with us at the time. And I know y'all heard this before, but I'm just bringing it back because it relates to what I'm talking to today. But I took care of his dad for almost 4 years without any financial support from none of them. So even though he left us high and dry, he didn't help me take care of his dad. So right there, what does that say for his character? And what does that say for mine? So I definitely should have got some points for that. Because half of y'all wouldn't have done that. Hell no. Hell no. When that joker took his radio, you would have been telling his dad to get your stuff too. Your son leaving, you leave with him. You go wherever he go. Yep. You would have put, ain't no way you would have allowed somebody to live with you under those circumstances. Ain't no way. Half of y'all would have been so hurt and bitter about the whole situation that you would have just threw the old man out just on the strength of shit. I ain't got time to be. Your son did this. You probably the reason why your son. Yeah, you would have been so much anger there. Ain't no way you would have thought in your heart that this is the right thing to do. Because when you raise children, y'all break up, everything is based on what's the right thing to do for the child. So y'all taking care of dad. His dad should have been on the list. My whole life work is dedicated towards helping families. Yeah. From the Attitude Adjustment Program, where I deal with children with behavior issues. I've been doing that almost 20 years now. Yeah. Radio show, Motor City Radio, where I have a platform for black-owned businesses. I've been doing that almost 9 years. Yeah, both of those together in conjunction with, yeah, it's all about helping our people, getting us to a better place. Yep. What you hear all day, when I come on, when I be talking to people, when I be speaking to people, I'm cordial, I'm polite, I'm like that all day. There ain't nothing that's put on for the cameras. That was how I was raised. Yeah. So being polite, complimenting people, I'm like that all day. And if you ever run into me in public outside of here, you can attest to that. Yeah, I'm gonna be the same way when you see me. Yeah. So let's see. One more page to go. We almost finished, guys, because it's a point at the end of all of this. So let me throw in, because we're still talking about my character. I have no mental illness. Good morning, sir. You look nice today. Yep, no mental illness, no diagnosis, no medication. I don't have no mental illness. I don't use any drugs. Like, I'm not addicted to any drugs. I'm not shooting up. I'm not shooting cane. I don't take no pills. I ain't on the perks. I don't do none of that. I don't do no drugs. I barely take pain pills. Yeah, and I think that got a lot to do with my mom. With her drug addiction, it started off with pills and whatnot. So yeah, I got a high tolerance for pain as a result of, because I don't be wanting to take pain pills because I have a fear of getting addicted to it. I take care of myself. Yeah, my mental and physical. Meaning that if I did have some issues going on mentally, I wouldn't hesitate to go get mental health treatment. Because I know how important it is. All that should have earned me some points. Not to mention I ain't do all that should earn me some points. Let's just say that. Yep. So all the nothing I did actually was a lot. So usually, let me see, I'm trying to see what I wrote. What child is being told or make to feel like it's nothing? So here it is. You've been telling this child that what that parent is doing is nothing. So now whatever techniques that you've used, whatever you've said to this child to make this child think that it's nothing to this baby, okay? But actually that was like the foundation of preparing that child for life. Everything I did was a life skill teachable moment. Everything I did and everything I was doing was a teachable moment. It was a life skill moment. Fix it, Jesus. So we're going to break it down. Just going to the parent-teacher conferences and going on to the sports events and everything like that. Let's say, what could she have taken from that? As a parent, check on your child at the parent-teacher conferences. Yeah. Be present. Support the teacher. She can learn that. Let me see. Attending all the award ceremonies. Again, show support for your child. Being present. So she'll know as a parent, those are two things that she should do. Yeah. The cooking dinner part. That's something, because you not only you teaching your baby how to cook, so now you teaching your baby how to be able to take care of themselves as they get older and they leave. You cooking, so you teaching that baby a healthier way to live. You're not spending money on processed food and stuff. You managing money because you're not spending money on processed food. You actually cooking for them kids and cooking for yourself. Healthier way of living, maybe, if you cook properly. Let me see. Bless you, baby. Bless you, baby. Represented that baby. meaning coming up to the school, dressing appropriately. That baby know how to dress and coming to the school, how a parent's supposed to be, how you supposed to represent yourself. Because even when I wasn't dropping them off, they seen me dress. They seen me dress casual when I went to work every day. They seen how you supposed to dress when you go to a formal affair. They seen how you supposed to dress when you go to a semi-formal affair. They've seen all those facets with me because I attend events like that all the time. So, and I've also taken them to events like that so they can see other people and how they dress in the attire and know the difference. So the fact that I represented her well, coming up to the school, act like I got some sense. Even on social media, you'll be surprised. A lot of the sexy pictures that I post, I run them by the kids first. Disclaimer, before all of this happened, I ran them by the kids because I know you're probably going there now. You see those bikini pictures. You know good damn well them kids ain't clear those pictures. Yeah, I snuck those bikini pictures in, but for the most part, the pictures that I take on my photo shoots, I run them by the kids if I feel they too racy, and I let them tell me if it's okay, because see, people know that they my kids, and they all on social media, so I definitely don't want to embarrass them. I'm very keen about that. Yeah. So yeah, that probably taught a lot, you know, how to act, how she's supposed to represent us. If I'm representing you in a certain way, because they can be like, oh, there goes such and such mama. In the streets, they supposed to be the same way. That same attitude should still apply. Yeah, they supposed to be representing me. You know? I mean, they supposed to be on their best behavior. They ain't supposed to be doing nothing that they wouldn't do if somebody was watching. You know what I'm saying? If they act out, I expect them to apologize. You know, it's just, yeah, representing me. Representation. Yeah. Let me see, we almost at the end, guys. Now you see how kids can grow up confused and conflicted. You can see how they be lost. You can see how they don't have a lot of common sense. I know, because see, now you see them second guessing everything that they thought they knew. I know, ain't that crazy? That's why it's abuse. Yeah, that's why it's abuse. So let me see, second guessing everything they know. That's why mental health is so important. That's why I tell you it's so important, that baby that's removed from that parent. Even if you don't have any if you don't have no reason or no way, how can I put this? I can't even get the words out right. If you don't see yourself reconnecting that child with their parent in their future, now you see why it's so important why that baby needs to get mental health treatment to undo some of the stuff that you did. So y'all, I told you I was going to be alone. When that's it for Coffee Conversation. I'll be back when I get to the gym. I'm out.